Hello students, how are you all? I hope you must be fine and doing good. So this is your SST teacher Hina and I'm back with a new video, and this will be your chapter number 9, and the chapter name is Agriculture and Minerals. So this is your chapter. It is visible, I hope. Yes, it is in your book only, chapter number 4, Agriculture and Minerals. So this will be your video number 1. Okay, now let's start. Today the topic what we will be discussing today, that will be about agriculture and about types of crop. Okay, so let's start with our topic. Okay, yes, have you heard about agriculture? Anything about agriculture? Have you heard about this term also? Okay, let's not move about agriculture. I'll ask you simple questions. Let's see how much you know the answer. First of all, the question is, what does our body require for day-to-day function? For your day-to-day life and your day-to-day work, what does your body require? Anyone? Okay. Yes, that is food. Food is the most essential thing for your body to function and every day to do your everyday work. Okay, yes, food. Now, where do we get this food from? What do we get? First of all, where do we get food from? Like cereals, wheat, rice, you are eating every day. So, from where you are getting it? Do you know anything from where you are getting? Okay, some of you must be thinking about that from market, from shops, from malls. These many answers. Okay, that is also correct. But how it is getting produced? How it is being reached in the market? So from where do they come from? From where do the food come from? Do you know? Okay, food is coming from some, yeah, you have said that it is coming from market and all. So the food, they are being grown up on our earth, is it? It is being grown on earth. Okay, so yes, they are grown on earth, and it is grown in whole of the country. Everywhere it is being produced, and these are said to be as crops. When it is being seeded on the earth, then it will plant, then the plant will come, and that plant will be converted into a big crop, and from that crop the farmers will just take out that grains present in it, and then they will sell in the market, and then you will be able to attain it. Okay, so yes, now I am coming about agriculture. First of all, how do we get food? From where do we get food? How the food is produced? So we will come one by one to it. So one thing I want to show you all. Yes, so in your book also, this one, here is your map. This map is shown in your book only. You can find out in your book. So here, as you know, these crops, they are grown up on our earth, and our country is also known as agriculture country. You must have heard that हमारा भारत कृषि प्रधान देश है. कृषि प्रधान means it is based on agriculture. India has an agriculture. India is an agricultural country. Krishi Pradhan Desh. Okay, agricultural country. Why it is called agricultural country? Because 3/5 of India's population, 3/5 of India's population is dependent on agriculture for a living. Okay, 3/5. We are surviving here in India, in our country, because of this food. Okay, if food is not there, then how will you survive? And this 3/5 of India's population is dependent on this agriculture, and that is why it is known as India is an agricultural country. Okay, so what do agriculture provide us? Do you know what do agriculture provide us? Yes, exactly. Agriculture provides us food for the people of our country, food for survival. Okay, agriculture is providing us food to eat. Now next is how agriculture is done. How it is being? Some process it must be have done. So agriculture is done by farmers. Farmers, they are the most important person of our country. Okay, though they are getting very less income, but they are the most important person for our country. They are only providing us food to eat. They are plowing the field, they are seedling on the ground, then they are growing the crops, and then they are selling in the market. But instead of it, what happened? They are getting very less income. So this agriculture is done by our farmers. We should respect our farmers. They do a very hard and lot hard work. Very hard work. Okay, farmers are those who produce the crops in entire country. Okay, in our entire country they are producing the crops. They use many techniques to produce the crops and all. So it is their main occupation. It is their main occupation of farmers is agriculture. Agriculture is the main occupation for the farmers. With the help of agriculture only they are surviving, and they are helping their family to grow up. Okay, so agriculture in our country, it is a very important part. Now in this, farmers, what do they grow? What are the crops they are usually grown by farmers? For example, wheat, rice, millets, bajra, jowar. These are different crops. Okay, these are your different crops which are grown in the field with the help of these farmers. And farmers also use new techniques, okay, like irrigation. In previous chapter we studied for providing water. Then many technical machines they are using for plowing the field. Okay, now here also you can read about agriculture in the first paragraph, so we will know about it. Now, for growing the crops, what do we need? What are the essential things for growing, for betterment of the crops? So, for the betterment of the crops, we need, and the crops also need, it needs suitable climate, then it needs fertile soil, it needs water, rainfall. So these are some important things which are needed for the crops to grow on. First is your climate, second is your rainfall, then third is your fertile soil, good seeds. Okay, these are different things. Then machines also it has been used. So these are some favorable conditions, and these climate, rainfall, they are the favorable conditions. Rainfall, as you know, that it is not everywhere at a particular time period. Sometimes some places are remain dry, so for that we need irrigation, isn't it? So these are some favorable condition in which the crops are grown. Now in our country there are different types of crops. There are different types of crop which are grown in different months also. Okay, they are having their speciality to grow in different months. So there are two types of crop. First is your food crop, and second is your cash crop. Okay, first is your food crop and second is your cash crop. So before coming to detail in these two types of crop, we must also know that in our country there are two main cropping seasons. Cropping seasons means in this two main season, in India we have two main cropping season. Okay, in during this month some particular crops are grown. Some particular crops are only grown. Okay, so I will tell you about that type of crops. One is your Rabi crops and second is your Kharif crop. Okay, so what is the difference between these two crops, Rabi and Kharif? So there are few difference, and they are grown in particular months only. So I will just tell you the difference between both the crops and also example. And this difference I will send it to you in the Google Classroom also, that you have to please write it in your copy. Okay, that is an important thing. So let me just tell you about it. Okay, so first is your Rabi crops. So Rabi crop, it is sown in winter season. Yes, Rabi crop is sown in winter season and Kharif crop is sown in summer season. Yes, Rabi crops are grown in winter season and Kharif crops are grown in summer season. Okay, next point it is this Rabi crops are harvested in summer. They are harvested in summer and Kharif crops are harvested in winter. Okay, grown up in winter. Next, Rabi crops examples. So it is written in your book also. Rabi crops examples are there: wheat, barley, oil seeds, whereas Kharif crop it is rice, maize, pulses. Okay, so these are the differences between Rabi and Kharif. The difference I will give you in Google Classroom also, so that you have to write it in your copy. Yes, so this was still for video number 1 about agriculture only and the seasoning crops. Okay, we have studied till here. So my next video will be on food crop and cash crop, about food crop and cash crop. So that I will be just sending it to you in PPT form, so that you should know that which are the types, which are the crops, which crops look like. Okay, so and that also I will be just giving you notes to write, so that also you have to mention in your copy. Okay, so yes, still here I hope you must have understood, and please go through the video. It is very important for you also to understand. So yes, thank you class, hope you take it sincerely, and yes, please watch the video. Thank you, have a good day.